out in a couple different part series, I guess, like maybe a 4-part series instead of throwing everything into one huge video. So I know everybody's got short attention spans, so keep the videos short and kind of go over everything in detail, piece by piece, starting from getting the tune, I guess starting with my initial impressions of it, going over how to data log, which I was going to do today, and found out that the configuration file wouldn't load for some reason. AMR configuration right there. That the device it was created on was a newer version when I have the latest version of LiveLink Gen. So told Caleb about it, and he's going to work something out and send me another one tomorrow. Told him I just picked the PIDs off there and call it a day, but no big deal. So he's going to send me a configuration file, and hopefully I can get the data logging done. Everything set out to do it, brought my computer out and everything, and it just didn't want to work. So it's like to go over the data logging. That'll be the next video. I'll go over my initial first impression, or my first impression of how this tune is. I guess it's not data logged yet, as I just said, and I think they do leave quite a bit on the table when you first get the tune. It's a little bit of a conservative tune. I will say this: it is better than BAMA, BAMA, whatever you want to call it. It is, right off the bat, it's better than BAMA, I can tell you that. I mean, it's not a big accomplishment, but it's not good if you're worse than BAMA. You definitely don't want to be worse than BAMA. So it's definitely better than BAMA. I don't want to compare to MPT right now. I really don't want to do this series at all in comparing two tuners, because I like MPT, I like AMR. I don't want to put anybody down and stray people away from going with one tuner just because I think one is better than the other. So I think the way I'm going to do this series is kind of like a review. Go a review over everything from, top to bottom, what I think about the tune itself without comparing it to MPT. After this tune is fully data logged and I've spent some time driving it and done wide open throttle pulls. This is the thing too, I haven't even done wide open throttle pulls yet, and it's pointless if I do, even because the tune's not data logged. So I know there's a lot left on the table, so I'm not even going to even talk about that yet. But after it is data logged, after I do wide open throttle pulls and everything, if I do feel one tuner is better than the other, I don't think I'm really going to say which one it is, because again, I don't want to knock anybody here. They're both great companies. So, when it's all said and done, if you guys want to know who I really think maybe was the better tuner, if you want to shoot me a message or an email, or hit me up on Facebook in a direct message, I'll talk to you about it and let you know my thoughts on it. But I will be 100% honest in my review of the AMR tune. You guys know I've reviewed MPT tunes in the past, and good things to say about it. Not really too many bad things. They're on top of their game. They really don't have any flaws when it comes to tuning the 3.7 liter. Glad I'm getting a chance to try out AMR, and I hope it ends up being phenomenal, and if not better than MPT. It would be great to have a tuner that's better than MPT. It's like saying it's something that's better than best. Like, that's awesome, AMR is pretty quick with turnaround time. They're widely available throughout most of the day and most of the night. I don't even think Caleb Smith sleeps ever. Dude's up at like 3 in the morning, and he's up at like 7 in the morning. I don't know how he does it, but they're always available. When you need help, they're there. Not saying any other tune company isn't, of course, any tune company is there to help you out, but it's what impressed me the most is how quick they get back to you, how quick they sent me the tune. It only took 1 day for me to get my tune, which was awesome. With the tune, Caleb sent instructions for data logging and everything. I already know how to data log. If you don't know how to, he makes it very easy. I don't know if I should say, I don't know if I should say he, because I don't know, AMR, I'll just refer to AMR. I keep talking about Caleb because I talked to Caleb and he's AMR. You know what I mean? AMR makes it very easy if you don't know how to data log, because their tunes do require data logging. If you're afraid of it, if you've never done it before, don't be, because it's very easy. You do need a computer, obviously. You do need to get some software downloaded. They'll send you links to all that stuff, and they'll walk you through it. If you have any questions, I'm going to explain how to data log for AMR in the next video. It was supposed to be in this video, but I had a problem with the configuration file, so we'll get that later. So that's what we're doing in this video. Yeah, I will do a video explaining how to data log, showing you guys everything, walking you through it. In case you can't figure it out after reading it, maybe it will help. So it's weird to see a tuner right off the bat data log, as most Mustang tuners, you know, 3.7, even for the 5.0, send you a basic can tune file, but they'll make some changes for your updates, and you're always welcome to data log if you want to, but no one really requires it, especially in MPT's case. They don't really require it, but they have good tunes right off the bat, and they've been proven to be good tunes. It's a lot, like I said, a lot different seeing a tuner request to have a data log right away, but I do like the idea of it, because I like how the tuner gets to see how everybody's cars, they're not every, you know, 100 cars are the exact same too. There's differences and things like that. Not much, but you know, the littlest bit can make a little bit of difference, you know, an extra tenth or two in a quarter mile if you're going to go race your car. So I really like the fact that they do a data log. Some people might not like that because people aren't so tech savvy and they don't want to spend a lot of extra time. They just want to tune and they just want to jump into it and get going. You can do that with the base tune for AMR. You don't necessarily have to data log, but they highly recommend to do it, and you are leaving a lot left on the table if you do not do it. So my advice, definitely data log right away if you get an AMR tune. So we will cover that in the next video. After I get the data logs done, we'll talk about how the performance has changed, how the tune got better. Hopefully, if it gets better, it should. So we'll go over that in the next couple videos. My first reaction to this tune, started up good right away. It was better than BAMA right away. You just tell. I am having one issue so far. Only one issue. The idle is fluctuating. I don't know if I caught it on that video or not. If I did, I'll post it. If I didn't, I'm not going to, obviously I don't have anything to post. So, but when I come to stop, the RPMs drop down, and it wants to die out about every 10 or 15 seconds or so. Not consistently, but it seems to do it sporadically on and off. But when it does, it gets in this routine of wanting to do it constantly. So when I first loaded the AMR tune, I went back to stock to see if there was an issue somewhere else with my car, and it did it when it was on stock. So then I loaded the MPT tune, and it didn't do it on the MPT tune. Now the only changes I've made with the MPT tune is an update for long tube headers. I don't even have an update for port intakes with MPT. So trying to search and see what's causing this issue. I had the same problem before. It was O2 sensors, which fixed it, and it kind of scared me for a second because I thought my O2s just went bad again, and it's not, because it doesn't do it on the MPT tune. Before my O2s were bad, it did it no matter what tune I was on stock or anything. So Caleb's gonna get a data log, and he'll fix that. We'll figure out what that is. He's wondering if it's Terry's intakes, because as MPT said in the past, Terry has a very high flow rate on his intakes. They're more like 15% or something like that. It was higher than almost anybody else that has been porting. There's been people that I'm sure have done just as good as him, but the vast majority of people that have been porting, especially lately, haven't even been getting like half of those numbers. And that's one of the reasons why MPT stopped data logging for port intakes, because they just weren't seeing the gains that they used to see back when Terry was porting, when TB Built was porting. So it wasn't a lack of effort on MPT's part. It wasn't them being lazy. They were just doing, you know, making decisions based off of what they were seeing. There was just no need to do it. I'm gonna get that figured out, and I will let you guys know what's causing this idle issue, because I'm very interested to find out myself. I want to know why it's surging like that, but we will figure it out. We're gonna see in the third video true wide open throttle pulls. We're gonna see how fast this thing really goes on the AMR tune. This is day 2, by the way, picking up from here, because I wanted to get a miles per gallon kind of readout average over an entire day of driving, instead of just like pushing the button and then driving for like, you know, 100 feet and seeing what miles per gallon was. So right now, after a full day, like a day and a half driving, we've got 23 miles per gallon average, which is not bad. That's about what I get in the MPT tune. Not comparing the two, but just to give a relative comparison of like a standard, 23 is pretty good. It dropped down 0.1, but that's because I kind of got it a little bit back there too. But 23 overall is not bad. So it gets good gas mileage. It's got decent power. Like I said, I'm only having one idle issue, but I believe that will be worked out with the data log, so that I'm not too worried about. Overall, first impression of this tune, I am satisfied with it, I guess. It's pretty good. I'm hoping for a little bit more power, though. I definitely want to see this thing be able to really open up. You know, I haven't really opened it up right now, at all with this, but I just know that there's going to be a lot more after data log, because Caleb even said, he's, you know, in the email, I'll show you right here, he says, please data log so we can turn it up. So it means there's got to be more power with the data log revision. So I'm excited for that. Overall, like I said, this tune is pretty good. If you guys are considering it, definitely it's not a bad choice, but I will update you and give you more information in part 2 and part 3 when we complete the series with my final review of the AMR tune overall, letting you guys know my final thoughts on it. So we will go from there. This is end of part 1. It's a Mustang. I do that to every Mustang driver in hopes that they they probably don't think I'm stupid. Just leave it at that.